Hello and welcome to Craft Buds. This is your crocheter Mahanur, and in today's video I'm gonna teach you guys how to make this classic beanie. To make the beanie we will need a 3-ply yarn. I am using this Bolly yarn. It is a local yarn in my country. You can use any 3-ply yarn. This is a 100-gram ball, and I think a 100-gram ball would be enough for a medium adult size beanie. With a 3-ply yarn, I'll be using a 4.5mm hook. I hope you guys can see the number on the screen. Along with that, we will need a cutter or a pair of scissors and a needle. Now I personally like these blunt needles, but as we're gonna using a 3-ply yarn, I'll be using this plastic needle. You can use any needle you can get your hands on, as long as it can carry the wool. That's all we need to make the beanie, and let's get started with it. Take the end and curl it like this and hold it in your fingers. After that, I'm gonna insert the hook in the loop and I'll yarn over and pull through the loop like this. Now once again yarn over and pull through the loop. Now if I pull this thread, it will squeeze and turn out to be a knot. After this, I'm just gonna make a foundation chain. So I'll yarn over and pull through the loop and yarn over and pull through the loop. For this, a medium adult size beanie, I'm gonna chain 47. So I'll catch up with you guys after I make 47 chains. Here I have completed the foundation chain of 47. Now the next row will be of half double crochet. So we'll just turn and insert the hook in the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain and this is the second chain. So I'm gonna yarn over and insert the hook in the second chain from the hook. Again yarn over and pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops in the hook. We will again yarn over and pull through all of the 3 loops. The next chain we'll do the same, yarn over and insert the hook in the loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. And that's pretty much it for the round. We're just gonna make half double crochet up till the end of the round. So let's make this round of half double crochet. It'll turn out to be a really cozy beanie with a really nice classic beanie texture. Yarn over and insert the hook in the chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull through all of the 3 loops. That's pretty much it for the round. So let's make this raw and I will meet you guys at the end of the raw. Here I am at the very last stitch of my raw. One last half double crochet. This is our first round of half double crochet. And now I will chain 1 and flip the raw. This is the entire pattern for this beanie. We're gonna make half double crochet in the back loop all along. So again yarn over and first we will locate where the loop is. So we can see that we have these V's on top of our half double crochets. Here this is the back loop and this is the front loop. Whichever side you're on, you will insert the hook in the back loop. The loop facing you will be the front loop and the loop on the other side will be the back loop, and we have to make half double crochets in the back loop only. So here we made a chain and we flipped the raw. Now yarn over and insert the hook in the very first chain, in the very first back loop. We will not be considering this first chain as the first half double crochet, so we're gonna start from the very first back loop. Now pull up a loop and yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Again yarn over and insert the hook in the back loop. You can see this is the front loop and this is the back loop. So insert the hook and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. That's all we're gonna do for this beanie. We will start our rounds with a chain and we'll start making half double crochet in the back loops. See, when you leave the first chain and enter in the back loop, we get this line in the front of our half double crochets. It's a really simple technique, it's a really simple pattern, but it gives a really nice, a classic texture to the beanie. So keep on making half double crochets in the back loops. I will complete this round and I will see you guys at the end of my row. So I'm at the end of my row and here it is the second last half double crochet that I'm making, and then the very last half double crochet. So this is what we have so far. This is the pattern for this entire beanie. Basically we will have this really nice texture, this line in front of our half double crochets. Also, if you're a beginner, I would suggest you to count your stitches at the end of the round, so you will not be adding or leaving any stitches here and there. It is a really good practice. If you do it, you will not have any issues with your beanie. Let's begin on our round 3. We will start with a chain and flip the raw. Now I will yarn over and insert the hook in the very first chain, in the very first back loop, and I will again yarn over and pull up a loop, again yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. And just like this we did it. Again yarn over and insert the hook in the back loop only and make that half double crochet. Another thing to be aware of when you're making a beanie is keep your hand grip steady. Don't make it too tight or too loose. You can make it loose if you want, but don't make it too tight, as it will be really uncomfortable on your head. So keep your hand grip light on this so you will get a really good slouchy beanie. We started with 47 chains. We ended up with a stitch count of 46 half double crochet, and we will have 46 half double crochet up till the end of this beanie for each round. So I suggest you guys to count your stitches every time. I will make 45 rows for this beanie, so I will complete my 45 rows and I will meet you guys at the end of my 45th row. So as I promised, here I am at the end of my row number 45th, and this is how it looks so far. Now what I will do is I will fold it in half and I will sew the shorter ends, so you can see it as a long rectangle. These are the longer ends and these are the shorter ends. So I'm gonna fold it in half and I will sew these shorter ends together. As for the beanies pattern, we talked about making half double crochets in the back loop. Here we're gonna do something opposite of it. Here we will make slip stitches but in the front loops. So we already know how to locate front and back loops. Again, front loops are facing you and back loops are on the other side. Here we will work in the front loops only, and again we will start with very first chain. We will insert the hook in the front loop. You can see I haven't made any chains, nor I will. So we can see we have this V here, and I'm gonna insert my hook in the front loop. And now I will get to the other side and I will insert the hook in this loop. Here in this side we don't have any back and front loops, we just have a row of loops, and these are from the foundation chain we made. Now yarn over and pull through both of these loops. You can see I have just pulled the loop through all of the loops I had in my hook, and thus we will do for the entire round. Again we will insert the hook in the front loop from here. This is the back loop and this is the front loop. We'll insert the hook in the front loop, and again we will get to the other side and insert the hook in that loop, and we will yarn over and we will pull through all of the 3 loops that we had in our crochet hook. So that's all. Insert the hook in the front loop, get to the other side and insert the hook in the loop, and pull through, yarn over and pull through all of the loops that we have in our crochet hook. These are the basic slip stitches that we are making here. And we'll keep on slip stitching up till the end of this row. So I will sew these 2 ends together through slip stitch, and I will see you guys at the end of this. So I've sewn it all together, and now I will snip off the yarn from here. And after sewing this, I ran out of my yarn. After cutting the yarn, I will pull it like this, and you can see I have this really big rectangle in front of me. Now all we have to do is cinch in one end of this beanie. So I ended up using all of the yarn of this 100-gram ball in this beanie. Luckily I have completed the beanie. So ideally, if I had enough yarn, I would have left a long thread hanging at the end of this beanie after doing the slip stitch stuff, and I would needle that yarn and do the stuff I will show you guys now. But now I don't have the yarn, so I will just use another color of yarn. Using a different color yarn is totally fine, because what we're gonna do now will not be showing on the front side of either side of the beanie. So it's totally fine to use a different color yarn for cinching in the end of your beanie. But if you had enough yarn, you would leave a long strand of yarn and you would needle that yarn for the sewing. I will secure this thread on the beanie first before starting sewing. Now what I will do is I will go through each row from the back through the front and from the front through the back, just like this. So I will go through every row up till the end. I'll go from front to the back and from back to the front, and I will insert the needle in each row. So I will not be making really small stitches or really wide stitches. I'm just inserting the needle in each row. So now I'm inserting it from front to back, and now I'm inserting it from back to front. That's all I'm gonna do, and I will meet you guys at the end. Okay, so here I am. I have sewn it all, and now I will pull this thread like this, and I will cinch it in. Be careful while cinching it in, as we want to have little to no space in the middle, but besides that we don't want to rip our beanie, so be gentle with that. Gently pull this thread until we have little to no space remaining in the middle. Now I will snip off the yarn. And one last pull before I tie these two strands together. Make 2 to 3 knots and keep it nice and tight. And as I said, you don't have to worry about the different color thread for the sewing and cinching, as it will not be visible in the beanie. And now we have to weave in all the loose ends. Just like this, weave it in and cut off the excess yarn. Just look for all the loose ends that you have, all the hanging strands, and weave them in. So weave and get rid of all the hanging threads. And now I will flip it on the right side, and we have our beanie ready. And this is how we make a really good textured classic beanie. See the loose end, and we don't have any other color popping on the top of our beanie, so we are all secure here. And that's it. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Until next time.